G'day guys, welcome back. We are here again at, I don't know if you can see, where is it? Tesla Chatswood. We're about to give the Highland Model 3 test drive. So join me in quick drive, review, check it out, and we'll see what it's all about. So we were here about a week ago to check out the preview. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link the video up here. So essentially this is the showroom over here. There's cars inside, and then I think you drive out from over there. So alright guys, we are in the Model 3 Highland, so let's go for a drive. Alright, foot on the brake, swipe up on the right. This feels really weird, but alright, so all the settings are currently on comfort mode. Oh, and I already tried to do the indicator thing here, so yeah, bear with me, bit of a rush. Alright, indicator stalk to the left, so it's haptic feedback on the car. It's just a little click, so you got haptic feedback, so it feels like you're physically clicking a button, but you're actually not. So there's a bit of traffic here, hopefully you guys can see. And I didn't 100% mic up because apparently on weekends you guys only get 15-minute test drives. So I am going to give you guys a super compressed view on this. I am in the long range. The roundabout and take the first exit. And I don't know if I'll have time to turn off this navigation voice, and I'm not too familiar with the area anyway. But welcome to Tesla Chatswood, and we are in the Model 3 Highland. We are in the long range variant. So we got the big boy, or at least for now the big boy. So I'm here to deliver the news to you guys on how good or bad it is, and how powerful it is. So yeah. So initial thoughts, steering I think is pretty comfortable. I like it. It's a lot more firm and smaller than the current Model 3 and Model Y. So in terms of the hold and feel, it feels more, I guess, refined. So it doesn't feel like a fat chunky steering wheel. It is more refined. I remember someone asked somewhere, is it sharp behind in terms of the stitching? So the stitching isn't actually in your traditional place underneath in the middle of the steering wheel. It is actually more towards the back. So if you're holding your hands here, you'll definitely feel that. So we're about to turn onto our main road. I have already indicated. And we've hit the lights here already, so alright. And we're going to save some of the recordings. Alright, so the Tesla staff there have been fantastic, helping me navigate to, I guess, a close area. Let's plan our foot down to the speed limit. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So again, this is the long range, so dual motor variant. Now settings are on comfort at the moment. So how does it feel? In terms of the steering, it's very, very loose. So I'd say probably on par with the current Model 3, Model Y. We're going to change that in a bit later. In terms of this road, so you may or may not be able to see some of the bumps on the road. It just eats it. Now there's no, I guess, big thumps or anything like that. It's fairly smooth. The seats themselves, they are stiffer than the current Model 3 and Model Y. So if you guys actually own one already, or you have sat in one, you'll find that the current ones are a bit squishier and a bit more, I guess, plump. So, you know, it reminds me of the Marshmallow Man, or the Michelin Man. And so these ones are a bit more stiff, but these ones supposedly do have seat heating, seat cooling as well. And I'm just turning that on down here. So on level 3, and yeah, so that's essentially on what was it, pedal steering on steering mode comfort. Let's just go straight the other end and let's go to sport. Oh.
Now bear right onto Babbage Road.
Okay, so you can definitely feel that the car's stiffened up. Now, indicate is this button here. Is it hard to get used to the indicator? I think you'll get used to it fairly soon if this is a car that you're going to drive a lot. I just had to think of it before I moved. I didn't reach out, and I guess that's also thanks to knowing that I've watched videos. So, you know, thanks Tesla Tom, Ludicrous Speed, for the videos, and I guess a lot of the online videos as well from other people. You know, it's something that you kind of know, you expect as you're planning a test drive to use. So I'm definitely keeping my hands over here a lot more. There's a camera button over here. Let's push that, so that just loads up the camera here, which is actually really convenient. So, you know, you can also help check blind spots again if you really want, but again, if you're indicating, that should do as well. So this is a 60 zone at the moment. I don't know if we can even do autopilot. Let's give it a go. Push once.
In 2 kilometers, turn left onto Ryby Avenue.
No, potentially this one hasn't been set up as yet. So we don't have that enabled here. And this is about to head into a 80 zone. So again, this is currently on sport mode. We'll have to get out and check the wheels later in terms of how it is, but essentially you sit lower, the seats are definitely stiffer, so you do have the ventilated seats this time round. I have just turned the cooling on, but I can 100% assure anyone that if you aren't a fan of the current seats, you'll love these seats. Yes, they are a little bit harder, but they are at the same time still more comfortable, and they do allow breathing. And then with the ventilated seats as well, you know, it helps make it all that much better. It's 24 degrees today, no signs of rain anytime soon. Actually, I lie, literally as I said that, the rain's starting to drop, and we need to turn left in 900 meters to then go back. So indicators to the left, and hopefully the software remembers, yep, turns it off. So for the ones that aren't aware, when you do indicate, it just keeps going on until you actually get into the lane, and then it auto turns off, and that's a part of the settings that you can do. All right. So this car, yeah, I just stepped on it a little bit. It's definitely quite torquey, which is beautiful. Drives really well. And so we're gonna pull over to the side quickly, and we're just gonna quickly check out the car, and then we'll duck back.
Now turn left onto Ryby Avenue.
Oh. So what you do need to be careful of is I just actually hit the button twice. So it's not touch sensitive, but I did touch it, and then it went on, and then I touched it again by accident, and then the car went
meters,
off.
Your destination will be on the left.
So what else do we need to check? So save some dash cam footage. We'll wait here for the car in front, and then we'll try indicate to the right. So yeah, even in sport I find the steering is very it's still loose. So let's just double check that the steering controls was on the looser side. Where is it? Yep. So if I go steering on comfort, that's really soft. Standard, you can feel it hardens up. Sport, yeah, it's definitely stiffer, but it's still quite soft. And so I have no idea where I am. If you guys are familiar with this, you guys can, I guess, find out. But we're just trying to pull over. I've indicated here. Now muscle memory, you normally try to do this, but we've got to put foot on brake, and then we've got to swipe back, and then we've got to look. Now I'm looking down here on this bit here, and I'm looking at my head. So I'm glad this car does not, or did not, come with the side mirrors, because I'm not too big of a fan of that. And then if you want to stop, let's see if it detects anything. Yep, so stop there, tap P to park, and then we've parked. So this is essentially parked. Oh, and also for the one saying online about putting RFID on the Qi charger or on the wireless charger, the staff did tell me that place is actually where you put the card. So you no longer put it down just behind the cup holders over there, you actually put it here. So what I'm going to quickly do is just show you guys around quickly again. So we'll zoom out on my phone. Okay, so this is the steering wheel over here. So indicators, left, right, high beam, camera, autopilot, windscreen wipers, voice command. This is the 15.4 inch display, so it's slightly bigger than the original 15 inch, thinner bezels, 436 kilometers at the moment, which represents 81% state of charge. You've got all your usual car settings here. I don't believe anything is too different. The software, so this car's only got 200 Ks. Software version is, here you go, 11.1. And this is the dual motor. And then we can open the glove box so you guys can see what that looks like inside there. And you can hear that magnetic click. Over here you've got the cigarette socket moved to down here. No other trays. I'm sure third-party accessories will cover that. This now no longer has a button. I'll move this around, so there's no button there. You just lift it up, and again it's quite deep over here, and the 12-volt socket is gone from there. So let's just quickly open the trunk and the front to have a quick look, and then we'll drive back. So there you have it, is the boot, deep space, storage there which we've covered off, close that, and the wheels here 235/45 R18, and there you go. And on this long range model, you've still got the black pedals. All right, so that's everything around the car. So let's head back. All right, so seatbelts on, foot on the brake, swipe up to go forward, swipe back to go reverse. So let's just go back a bit. So let's do this 3-point turn. So foot on here, swipe up, and then we drive. Oh, we've got to indicate. It did feel a bit weird having to indicate like that. This bit isn't too hard doing this 3-point turn, but it's probably the indicating that'll catch you out. Now I can obviously go and probably turn more, but I'm just being cautious because this is a test drive car and I've only supposedly have it for about 15 or so minutes. The thing that I found odd so far is, and I guess this really comes down to personal preference and I guess the design aesthetics, but for me personally, I think I would have preferred to have the indicators on left and right. For the ones that do love cars, you'll know that hypercars, a lot of hypercars like your Pagani Huayra as an example, or even supercars like your Ferrari 458, they've actually got indicators on the left and the right side of the steering wheel. So you know, if you're turning left and so forth, and so that really does help with your driving, because at the end of the day with a race car you'd expect two hands on the steering wheel, and so left and right, having left and right just helps make it all that easier. Now this is telling me to turn right across like 4 lanes, so I do wonder how this will go. I don't know how we will manage crossing all these lanes, but we shall see. All right, we made it. So yeah, how does it feel so far? So like I said, in the performance model, and again maybe this will come to the Highland model in the performance, in your sports settings, so you've got 3 settings, right? You've got your comfort, your normal, and then you've got your sports settings in terms of the steering. I can definitely tell you guys, and let's try indicate in actually while we do that. Yep, that was all good. I can definitely tell you guys that it's a lot stiffer in the Model Y performance at least, and in the Model 3 performance than this one in sport mode. So if you are just interested in a car just to drive around that doesn't feel extremely sporty, this is the one. Compared to the Model Y, it does obviously resemble Model 3 more. In terms of the seating position, you're definitely sitting a lot lower. So yeah, what else can I say? The side mirrors are, I guess, quite standard. There's nothing too special about that. The mirror up the top, again, you know, visibility is perfectly fine. It's more than the Model Y, probably on par with the current Model 3, so don't have too much to comment about that. Same with the front windscreen. That all looks, I guess, fairly standard, for better use of words. I'd say the main difference is really comes down to the driving and the steering wheels here. Aesthetically speaking, sorry, what is fantastic is, as I said, the seats. They are absolutely amazing compared to that. And I don't even know how the horn sounds like, so let's give that a go. Let's put the windows down. There's not many cars in front, or there's a gap, so there you go. That's what it sounded like. And if you guys need to hear it again, all right, let's give it another go. There you go. All right. All right, let's indicate left. And let's see, yep, so you can still move the indicator around, so that's good. So that's about my 10-minute summary. So audio system I haven't tested really, so let's see. No, nothing else is connected. I guess we can just trust radio.
And more than a fifth of Aussies are expected to land themselves in debt over Christmas. That's according to the results of a new survey by Finder, with 11% planning to mostly use a credit card to fund their.
So sound system, look, I haven't tested in detail. It does sound quite punchy, which is good. But as I said, the main key differences, if you are buying this compared to your existing ones, that you'll 100% notice, or there will be a learning curve, is going to be the steering wheel and the settings there, along with the seats that are more comfortable. So do I mind it? Look, for your normal driving, it's not too bad. It's something you can definitely get used to. I guess as a consumer, you're kind of forced to this change, right? Because that's essentially the way that Tesla wants to go. So it's more of you either you come with us with the change, or you kind of don't own one, essentially. So I absolutely welcome the new seats, and I guess it's just something, this, in terms of the change of the steering wheel, is something that you guys will just have to learn to accept and take as you go. A lot of people have said that potentially it's hardware 4, version 4 for the cameras. So I've taken a photo previously. I'll take another photo in a moment once we hand the car back. And I do have some of the Sentry recording. I actually did get to plug in my hard drive. So we'll record that, and then I'll do a comparison of the specs in terms of the resolution, if I can find that, and I'll put it up on the screen as an overlay, or I'll put some of the footage up right now. So that's essentially all the footage. And yeah, look guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this 10 to 15 minute review did justice. If there's any questions you have, as I always say, drop it in the comments below. And yeah, hope you guys are well, and we'll chat to you soon.